How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and today we have your generic collection update, this time focusing on some thrash. My apologies for being a little bit for doing this video. I'm probably not even going to be editing it tonight or uploading it tonight. It's probably going to be tomorrow, so it might be Friday night before you actually even see this. Reason being is I've been busy again. Doing this. I finally got my first book printed up. Yeah, Emerald Spade. Currently working on the binding myself. A little bit of DIY process and learning on a curve, but that is how it is. And if any of you guys want one, you may have to wait a bit because I do not currently have this officially trademarked yet. However, I will be doing that at the end of the month, and then I will be putting it up for official sales. So the only one that's really I'm selling to right now is just kind of like close friends and family, people I know who aren't going to try and do something stupid. Although I know in this day and age that it's really unlikely that someone's actually going to like steal your ideas and copyright it and try to infringe upon your stuff anyways, especially when it comes to like literature and whatnot. It might happen more in music because it's easier just to rip shit off, but it's highly unlikely. Anywho, enough babbling on. Let's get on to some of this music. First up is a pretty sweet female fronted, possibly all female thrash metal band from Brazil. This is their first album, Victim of Yourself, from 2014. They started in 2010, have 3 albums, and once again, this is their first one. Really good stuff. If at first someone didn't really tell me that this was female thrash vocals, I probably wouldn't even known that there was like women in this band, because it's just not really something you think about. You just really listen to the music, and yeah, I would have never known. So if for whatever reason you're not into female vocals or female thrash vocals or whatever, give this a shot, because once again, I didn't even know it was until I saw it. And the cool thing about this is that it is signed by one of the band members right there, and I believe it is also signed on the inside of the booklet somewhere. Yeah, in the middle there. And it's nice that they're not too hard on the eyes either, so that kind of helps. Well, except for maybe the drummer. She looks like she's probably not into men anyways. Not that that's a problem, but anywho, really cool that it's signed. Really good band. Highly recommend you check it out. Really like heavy fucking thrash guitaring, really intense, powerful vocals. The drumming is actually fantastic, despite my jokes about her look, which I'm just fucking around. I'm kidding. I really don't care what the people look like. I care about what the music sounds like, and this is definitely worth getting. So not only did I get this, their first album, I also got their second album, Agony, which is also signed, which is sick. The only thing, it's a digipack, and you know how I feel about digipacks. Anyways, this is the 2016 album. Also really good. I may like this slightly better, but the first one is also really good. Signed there as well. I don't know if they signed the book on the inside at all. Maybe they did. No. So, just the case. But yeah, that's the second album. Once again, these girls are really heavy, really talented, and you definitely should check them out. The only album I don't have by them now is the second album from 2018 called Downfall of Mankind, but I plan on getting that whenever I can. Alright. Next is some thrash that I desperately needed to get in my collection since having the shirt from the Metalhead box. This is Destroyer 666 with Defiance from 2009, their 4th album out of 5. Now, Destroyer 666 is more like a blackened thrash, and at times there's melodic parts, there's maybe even a hint of death metal here and there in the guitaring. They started in 1994. They were originally from Australia, but then I guess the lineup change migrated to England. So I guess they're from England now, originally from Australia, so that's neat. These guys are really good as well. The guitaring and vocals aren't your atypical kind of black and thrash guitaring and vocals. And the thing about this is, when I first heard Destroyer 666, I think via recommendation from Runner JMA, I listened to it and I just couldn't get into it for whatever reason. I don't know. I listened to the Wildfire album and it just didn't do it for me. I think the vocals were throwing me off, or I don't know what it was. But then I ended up acquiring a taste for thrash, and now this sits perfectly fine with me, and they are fantastic. Crazy riffs, crazy drumming, good vocals. Just, once again, not really what you normally would expect to hear from a black and thrash band. So go check out Destroyer 666 if you haven't yet. They have 5 full lengths, 4 EPs, and a demo, so there's a bit of a catalog to catch up on. And speaking of which, here is Wildfire, their 5th album from 2016. This was also fantastic. Now that I finally grew an ear for it, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me back then. I guess I just didn't have a boner for fucking thrash yet. So I'm glad that my musical tastes have adapted and have now allowed me to include a bunch of different thrash in my liking foray of musical tastes. So yes, do yourself a favor, listen to Destroyer 666. The Wildfire album is great. They just know how to bring a bucket full of riffs and just dump it on your head like the ice bucket challenge. That's stupid. Anyways, I'm an idiot, but these guys aren't. Check out Destroyer 666. Next, finally, some sick, well-needed Canadian thrash in my collection. Here is more Tillery with their first album, Murder, Death, Kill. Did they get that from the Demolition Man? I guess I'll never know. However, really, really good. Also female-fronted. Also had no idea when I first heard them that they were female-fronted. The vocals just sounded really funny to me at first, and I'm just like, wow, that is a very unique and odd vocal choice for this band. But then I saw some of their videos and I'm like, oh, it makes sense now. And then for whatever reason, knowing that it was a female fronted thrash band or a woman in vocals just made it even more interesting. And I'm just like, yes, thank you for, you know, representing women in thrash, doing a great job at it. This is great. This album cover is like MS Paint quality, but I love it at the same time. It's kind of hilarious. It kind of reminds me of that like medical vomiting pus cover, which is totally not thrash, but it kind of reminds me of that. Super glad I got it. These guys, once again, Canadian, but I got this from Germany. Fuck me. So anyways, they're from Alberta, Canada. They started in 2008. They've got 3 albums, 1 EP, and 1 demo. The next thing I'm going to show is the album that they most recently came out with, and that is Shapeshifter. Now, it is on a digipack, so I'm a little less stoked about it, but the music is fucking fire, man. It is fire. It is, as the kids say, lit. So check it out. No, I'm not saying slapping. I cannot stand it when I hear people saying an album slaps. I'll fucking slap you for saying it slaps. That's dumb. Fucking teen speak. Anyways, there's no reason why you should not check this out if you're into thrash, except maybe the vocals. But man, if you're into thrash, you should be pretty used to some odd vocals by now. And if you're into the extreme music scene, you should definitely be used to some weird vocals by now. So yeah, this is Shapeshifter from 2016, meaning the only more Tillery album I need now in my collection is their 2013 second album, Origin of Extinction. Now, speaking of Extinction, shout out to the boys in Invicta, an excellent, amazing thrash band from Kitchener, Ontario. They have one EP and one album out. The Executioner I really want to get. It came out in a couple of the Metalhead boxes that I sadly missed out on, but you shouldn't miss out on them. Really cool. I will be ordering when I can some of their stuff, and also check out their debut full-length album, Halls of Extinction. So shout out to my local thrash boys in Invicta. Shout out to more Tillery. And the shirt of the day is Pet Cemetery, because sometimes dead is better. Anywho, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this collection update. Hope it was entertaining, hope it was informative, and hopefully I showed you something new and inspired you to go check out some of these bands. That's it for me, guys. For Glory, for the Rebellion and the Alliance, Slimerella out.